Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do,
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed, Le'olam Va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. 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 How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברחים גם יחד. שלום עליכם, סלאם עליכם. sweet it is to be together on this stage. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this stage. Hine matov umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheverachim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. 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 Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum.
Page 669. Page 669. Not by might and not by power, but by Spirit alone shall we all live in peace. Not by might and not by power, but by Spirit
by might, not by power, but by Spirit alone, we shall live in peace. Now, this song doesn't quite seem like it relates to Hanukkah, but it's actually part of the Haftarah, the prophetic portion that we read on Shabbat Hanukkah. The message is so important that we persevere through our spirits, through who we are and how we are in the world. And yet it also connects to the idea that Hanukkah is about what we give to others, what we have to offer. Whether we have our spirit, we all have our spirits to offer. Whether we offer a gift of love, of acceptance, of community, of holiness. And each of us has that gift inside of us, and each of us can find that gift in many places. And tonight, we're going to explore what are those gifts? What do we offer? What does giving look like? We will use our spirits to elevate ourselves, to elevate our community in prayer. And we are so glad to all be together, connected in love, connected by community. I'm Rabbi Ilana Nematoff-Bressler. I'm joined by Rabbi Zach Pleasant, Cantor Julia Cadrain, and Rabbi Michael Friedman. We have Mike and David on our band over there. And we have so many other people here for you to get to know if you don't already. We have Noah and Stephanie in the back. We have Brian. We have Chris and Sean. And we're so glad you're here.
I want to also acknowledge we have our wonderful Cantor Emeritus here, Cantor Silverman, and his wife, Batya. We're so happy to have you among us tonight.
We are. Tonight, we are celebrating Hanukkah a little early, and we're celebrating Shabbat. And so to do so, we'd like to invite up two of the lights, two of the people that bring their spirit to us. We'd like to invite Tyler and Samantha up. Tyler will become bar mitzvah tomorrow. Samantha became bar mitzvah last week. And we are so glad to have both of them here to help us light first our Hanukkah candles a little early, and then our Shabbat candles. You can turn to page 120 for the Shabbat blessings.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avoteinu ve'imoteinu bayamim ha'em b'zman hazeh. We have a special blessing.
That was good practice. We're getting matches. That was good practice.
Okay, good.
We'll do it again once we get something that will actually create fire.
Can we sing Not by Might again?
We can.
I know that some matches are coming from the kitchen. I will go intercept them.
Sometimes when it's been a
Well-
whole year since last Hanukkah, we need a little bit of a refresher. Rabbi Anby and I have been singing this blessing with the Kesher kids for a couple of weeks now because, completely honestly, I sang the melody horribly the first time because it had been 12 months since we had last sung. So we got practice, everyone sang it, and now Rabbi Friedman has matches,
Oh,
and
good.
Tyler
And you can
Samantha.
turn to page 572 if you want the blessings as
Hanukkah
well.
candles first.
are going to help us bring light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avoteinu ve'imoteinu bayamim ha'em b'zman hazeh. We bless the Shabbat lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech And Samantha, thank you so much. The truth is, you bring the light, and so do all of us. So we turn to Kabbalat Shabbat, this section of our service designed to warm us up, invite us to make some joyful noise together. Our ancestors understood that we needed to sing in order to prepare for Shabbat. Tonight, our Kabbalat Shabbat will have a little bit of a Hanukkah theme, so we will continue together with Or Zarua on page 132. The Hebrew word for light is or. So we celebrate the presence of light here tonight. Page 669. We all contribute to this gift that is community. Thank you for being part of it, whether you're here in person or on the live stream. 669. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. C'est vivant to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shared a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shared a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. C'est vivant to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
I had a professor at HUC who I believe Cantor Gudrian and Rabbi Friedman probably also studied with, who anytime we had a class on Thursdays, at the end of the day, he would offer us what he called a Shabbos gift. It was some nugget of wisdom from our tradition that blew us all away each and every time he offered one. When I think of Lecha Dodi and we stand at the final verse and turn to recognize the Shabbat beloved, whatever it is that we need to walk through that door for us to experience Shabbat, that's what I think of. What is the Shabbat gift that you need to receive on this night as we head into this week of Hanukkah? We're going to sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on that 9th verse, on page 138 and 139, on that 9th verse, we're going to stand up and as we're able and face the entrance and be ready to receive. Open ourselves up, ready to receive whatever that Shabbos gift might be for you.
Verse 5.
Linguist Deborah Tannen coined the term high involvement cooperative overlapping as a type of conversation. High involvement cooperative overlapping, or what I like to call how Jews like to speak. It's typical, right? Many of us like to talk over one another. There's a linguistic term for this, but I think it's just how many Jews like to converse. But Baruch Hu can give us a break from that type of conversation in its call and response nature. We pause, we let the cantor sing first, and then we respond in this conversation that reminds us that that break can be such a gift, to hear what the person in front of us is saying, to truly hear, and then to respond. And then we can get back to as much overlap as we want. Page 146. We remain standing as we are able.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la.
You may be seated. As we turn to page 150, this text, Ahavat Olam, is not a text that we generally sing or recite at our Friday night services here at Temple Israel. But we're going to tonight. Ahavat Olam is about this sense of unending, abundant love that we have for God, that God has for us, and that I really feel we have for each other in a temple community, in our temple community, and that sense of love that I feel each and every time we pray together in this space. So this is a setting of Ahavat Olam that I composed that is really my gift to all of you. May we all feel that sense of love, feel it tonight, and then share it with as many people as possible. Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael, page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam lehot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Let's turn together to page 158. 158. There are sights that we associate with Hanukkah, like the candles, like presents maybe. There are smells that we associate with Hanukkah, like the latkes frying or the smell of the gelt. And there are also sounds that we associate with Hanukkah. Mi Chamocha is the time in our service when the melody shifts depending on the season. So we sing Mi Chamocha tonight to a special melody just for this moment, just for the season of Hanukkah. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai,
Hanukkah, of course, celebrates our great victory of many, many generations ago. But the prophet Zechariah had a vision even greater than a military victory over a foe. He wrote, as we sang earlier, not by might and not by power, but by God's Spirit alone shall we all live in peace. There's something greater even than military victory. Matisyahu, the Jewish artist, took Zechariah's words and shifted them a bit. And he wrote that one day we will fight no more. There will be no more war. And we will all live in peace. Page 160. We pray for God's gift of peace over all those we love. Hashkivenu.
Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, lehamidenu shamreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, lehamidenu shamreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, lehamidenu shamreinu lechayim, lehamidenu shamreinu lechayim. One day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
Friends, our liturgy speaks in many tenses. Michamocha, which we sang just a few moments ago, is about this great thing that God did for us way, way, way back in the past, freeing us from slavery, bringing us to freedom. Hashkivenu, which we just completed so beautifully, is a prayer about what God might do for us in the future. Protect us tonight, God. Grant us peace one day, God. If you turn to the second blessing of the Amidah, page 168, here we find words that are not about the past, nor about what God might do in the future. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You sustain life through love. Now in the third, fourth line, you support the fallen. You're healing the sick. You're freeing the captive. You're keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. This is all in the present tense. Liturgy speaks in many tenses. This is all about who God is. Not what God does or what God might do, who God is. Each of us is special, made in God's image. And we each have gifts inside of us. At this time of gift giving, we can realize that the most important thing that we might have to give is not something external, but is right here. So, we rise for the blessings of the Amidah, either We rise physically or we elevate our souls in some other fashion. We begin on page 164 with the blessings of the Amidah.
Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid, Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, let my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, Bezocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol, Atah Rav leHoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechaye HaKol Be'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha B'Gevurot, U'Mido Melach, Melech Memit U'Mechaye, U'Matzliach Yeshua, V'Ne'eman atah leHachayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kadoshim b'chol yom Yehalelucha Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
So far this evening, we've prayed using beautiful words, both ancient and modern, and beautiful music as well. And now we invite you to do one of a few different things with this gift of a few moments of quiet that we're going to give you. If you wish, you can continue in the prayer book, continuing the Amidah through page 181. You don't have to do that. You could also just turn to any of those pages between 170 and 181 and find something that appeals to you and focus on that for a few moments. And then a third option, if you don't want to have this book open, you can just put this book aside and you can find the words to pray deep within your own heart and your own soul. However you choose, we give you these moments of silence as a gift.
page 671. A Song for the Season by Peter Yarrow. Light one candle for the Maccabee children. Give thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in. Let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle to bind us together with peace as the song in our heart. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. What is the memory that's valued so highly that we keep alive in that flame? What's the commitment to those who have died when we cry out they've not died in vain? We have come this far, always believing that justice will somehow prevail. This is the burden and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out.
When we offer a prayer of healing for those who are ill, injured, or in pain, it is in the hopes that their light will never be extinguished. In fact, that we can gently stoke that flame of their soul, of their heart, so that they might return in strength of body and of mind and of soul. So, at this time, we are very honored and pleased to offer a prayer of healing for all those who are ill or injured or in pain, those who are lonely, those who are suffering, those who have lost a job, a friend, a loved one, a relationship. If you know of somebody who you'd like to share and you'd like to share their name aloud, you may do that at this time. As a congregation, we're also praying for the strength and health and well-being of Marta Adamus, Molly Anderson-Dyker, Gerald Backman, Eva Cooper, Frida Easton, Steve Elliott, Louise Friedman, Maurice Friedman, Rhoda Friedland, Jackie Fuchs, Roy Fuchs, Lanny Gans, Lauren Hope Gottschalk, Jeff Helfand, David Hidalgo, Phyllis Kamansky, Lauren Levy, Sheldon Manspizer, Don Matthews, Richard Mort, Barbara Nash, Stephen Newworth, Alan Nevis, Carol Randall, Robbie Regano, Deborah Lynn Ross, Stan Stern, Esther Stone, Joan Wetzler, Brian Wolf, and Moshe Yaakov Ben Yocheved. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yimalei rachamim alehem, l'hachalimam u'l'rabotam u'l'hachazikam, v'yishlach lehem mehera refuah min hashamayim, refuat hanefesh u'refuat haguf, hashta b'gala u'vizman kariv v'nomar, amen. God, may you swiftly send them a complete healing of body, of mind, and of spirit. May you stoke the light within them. And we sing these words of Misha Berach, page 371.
When my brother and I were younger, probably 9 and 7 respectively, we received a giant box in the mail. It was from my Bubby and Zeta, and on the package it said, "Save for Hanukkah." Of course, we wanted to open it right away, and we were told to wait. When the night finally came, we opened up the giant mailing box, and inside were 2 huge wrapped boxes. Tearing into the boxes, we found brand new red and yellow Coleman sleeping bags. They were perfect for our anticipated first summer at sleepaway camp. We were thrilled. And since the gifts were absolutely identical, we didn't squabble over them. We had the exact same gift. Unfortunately, Jacob doesn't learn from my grandparents' example. Instead, he gave a lavish coat to one of his sons while seeming to neglect the others. As we'll read in the Torah tomorrow morning, Jacob loved Joseph more than all his sons and therefore gave him this ornamental tunic. The coat was a symbol of Jacob's love, his dedication, and his hope for his favorite son. Yet it also served to sow division between Joseph and his other 11 brothers. The brothers resented Joseph, even hated him, and they refused to speak to him kindly. So, definitely not the best gift Jacob could have offered. But if we look back at Jacob's life, we see another instance where he does offer a gift, this time, one that helps mend a relationship rather than sever one. After many years apart, Jacob anticipates meeting his brother Esau again. He prepares by separating himself from his family to make sure no harm comes of them. And then, when he finally sees his brother, he realizes he has nothing at all to fear. His brother has forgiven him. The 2 brothers hug, weeping, and then separate, at which point Esau says, "What is all this you're presenting to me?" Essentially, Jacob offered Esau his entire camp as a gift, in hopes that his brother would not respond in retribution after the way they parted when Jacob stole the birthright. Jacob appears repentant, and Esau not only accepts the apology, but accepted the gift. By offering such a generous gift to his brother, Jacob reunites his family. We have 2 biblical examples of gift giving here. a gift of adoration that causes hierarchy and animosity, and a gift of apology that's extravagant but also helps mend offense. When Rabbi Friedman was working with last week's bat mitzvah, they discussed the fact that we don't necessarily love people because of the gifts they give us. They give us gifts because they love us. Each of these gifts represents that sentiment. Yet, when people give gifts because they love us, sometimes those gifts can be a little misguided. Jacob definitely had a misguided sense of love for his son Joseph when he gave him a coat that would set him apart from his brothers even more than he already was. With a better idea of Jacob's way of gift giving, elaborate, intense, incredibly passionate, how do we think about gifts both for Hanukkah and the rest of the year? First of all, maybe this Torah portion, like much of Genesis, is read around this time of year as a warning to us of what not to do. Clearly, Jacob sowed seeds of hatred and disdain in his other sons by giving Joseph such an ornate gift. Therefore, we can learn and hopefully already understand that gifts of favoritism don't go over well. Second, we're meant to learn a greater lesson about society and what gifts mean in them. Knowing now that gift giving is a way of showing those we love that we love them, maybe there's another way to give gifts. When Jacob and Esau reconcile with one another, the Hebrew term for the gift that Jacob offers is minchati, my offering. In biblical Hebrew, that term is often used to denote a meal offering or an offering given of one's own free will. In this case, Jacob isn't actually giving Esau a physical gift, but the gift of the blessing of his presence, of his family's presence, and his apology. So instead of giving physical gifts this Hanukkah, we learn that we can offer the gift of time, of experience, of togetherness. One of our third grade educators understands this concept beautifully and helped each of her learners create a card for their parents. The card had a picture of a Chanukah inside it, and for each of the candles, the learners wrote 8 ways that they plan to give their parents gifts of time, of appreciation, of love. That, in a way, is an even better gift than a physical one, because it demonstrates that we see each other, that we want to spend time with each other, that we want our gift to be something that touches the other person's heart. What gift, what blessing can you give to someone in your life this year? Closely tied to that idea that we can give blessings that touch another's life, here at Temple Israel, we have a special tradition called Give a Night of Hanukkah. Instead of giving gifts to children that night, we invite families to find a way to give back to the community in some way, to share the blessings that we each have with others. In that way, we share the love of what we have with the world. What a wonderful blessing is that? Our materialistic society has made gift-giving a demonstration of wealth, where we're looking for the latest coat or the newest shoes. We have to have the newest technology and the most advanced sports gear. I wonder what would happen if we would return to the foundation of why people started giving gifts at Hanukkah. You see, gifts weren't actually a part of Hanukkah until about 100 years ago, when gift-giving first became part of commercializing Christmas, and then Jewish parents didn't want their kids to feel left out. It was a way of adding immense joy and excitement to the celebration of the holiday. It worked. Kids love Hanukkah. Although the idea of giving gelt, a small gift of chocolate or money, was part of Hanukkah, it has clearly expanded significantly. I'm not arguing against giving gifts at Hanukkah by any means. Instead, a third way to look at the gifts at Hanukkah might be to consider, how do you increase joy and excitement over the holiday in ways other than with elaborate gifts? Jacob's coat of many colors, Jacob's blessing to his brother, my bubby's sleeping bags. Each were demonstrations of the love that the giver felt for the recipient. Each demonstrated a way the recipient was a blessing in the world. Yet each had a different emotional resonance to the recipient and to those around them. As you consider the gifts that you might give starting on Sunday night, I urge you to think about what message you send with your gift and how you can amplify the messages of love and blessing. Happy Hanukkah.
We have one more special blessing this evening. Karen, will you join us on the bima? We're very pleased to have with us this evening Karen Gensler and her beautiful family. Karen has been studying for quite a while and officially joined the Jewish people just last week. So we wish to give you a few words of blessing here before our open ark. We invite all to rise in body or otherwise elevate your spirit before our open ark.
And Karen, tonight, look out there. We want to give you the gift of a Jewish community who is here for you, supporting you, and we are so glad you are here and part of it. So we'll ask you to come stand right up here. And we'll offer you the oldest blessing in Judaism.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
And we respond with Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be so.
Ken Yehi Ratzon. Ken Yehi Ratzon.
May God bless you and keep you always.
Ya'er Adonai panav eilecha v'chuleka. Ken yehi ratzon. Ken yehi ratzon.
May God's presence shine on you and be with you.
Yisa Adonai panav eilecha ve'yasem lecha shalom, shalom, shalom. Ken yehi ratzon. Ken yehi ratzon.
May God smile upon you always, and may God grant you the gift of peace in your heart, in your home, and in our world. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be so.
On a night when we celebrate all of the gifts in our lives, we also think of those who were immense gifts to us while they were here physically. And although they are no longer here with us in this world, their gifts shine as bright as they ever have, and they remain a gift and a blessing to us always. As a Temple Israel community, we are observing Shiva the first 7 days and Shloshim the first 30 days following the passing of Ed Krasnow, husband of Eileen of blessed memory, father of Jen and Steve, Mark and Joanne and Jay, and grandfather of Simone, Kayla, and JB, of Alan Mand, son of Francis, of Harvey Michael Gossett, husband of Adrian, father of Jackie and Brent Spitzer, Liz and Howie Kleinberg, Michael and Ashley Gossett, Poppy of Jordan, Drew, Theo, Oliver, Blake, and Sawyer. Of Marion McShannock, grandmother of Kelsey and Jeffrey Slavin, Joshua R. Gillenson, cousin of Robert Brody, Bobby Silverstein, father of Mark and Stephanie, grandfather of Cyrus and Chloe, husband of Lynn, father of Evan and Christy, and grandfather of Bailey and Jacob, and Charles Ohlenberg, husband of Elizabeth and father of Richard, Annette, and Claire. If there are others observing Shiva or Shloshim the first 7 or 30 days after a loss, and you would like to add a name, we invite you to share that name out loud at this time. We are also observing the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the death of the following members of our TI family: Elias Ashman, Mary Bayal, Susanna Chiarini, Barbara Cohan, Lee Diamond, Sidney Diamond, Samuel Fletcher, Sidney Gaines, Arnold Gelzer, Helen Lashin, Bernard Loris, Florence Littman, David Luderman, Carl Morris, Catherine Murphy, Alan Polin, Mathilda Raphael, Lester Rao, Bev Ringel, Kenneth Rosenzweig, Blanche Roth, Lillian Rothenberg, Harold Rothschild, Eileen Rozke, Oscar Schachter, Amy Seibel, Edith Silverstone, Helene Sharoff, Dora Shim, Bernard Sumberg, Monica Wayne, Constance Joy Westrich, Annette Winston, and Hyman Zimmerman. If there are others observing a yahrzeit, the anniversary of a loss, who would like to add a name, we invite you to share that name aloud at this time. Are there any other names for Kaddish this evening? We turn to page 598, and as one community, we remain standing in body or spirit for Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ul'amei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha brichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We say zichronam livracha, may their memories always be for a blessing.
Let's bless the wine together with Samantha and Tyler's help.
Page 123.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei puri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza b'anu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon yinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh b'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu bacharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava u'ratzon, hilchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh haShabbat lechaim. Take a sip.
Just use. Okay, I'll grab the
Bless
challah.
We join together in the blessing. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz lechem.
Okay. And
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine, 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 let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Folks, we wish you a wonderful Hanukkah. We hope to see you on Sunday morning at 11 o'clock for our Hanukkah celebration, and for any of our wonderful Hanukkah things coming up. As you leave, we invite you to grab some candles and gelt and a dreidel so you can celebrate Hanukkah at home. And with that, we say Chag Orim Sameach, happy holiday of lights, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Chag Sameach.